YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube Community Group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode, YouTube Tuesday, episode 14. It's going on quite a long one, this one, and we've still got plenty more left on this series, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, thank you very much for everybody that's already in the stream. We will get right into it very shortly as we allow other people to come along and pop in. One thing I ask for you all guys is please share the stream. Let's get everyone in here tonight and chatting amongst us all, and we'll talk model railways. But don't forget, I did say in the thumbnail, we're going to be doing trees. We're going to have a go at doing some static trees using the WWScenics Pro Grass Box. That's going to be coming up. And one thing I can tell you, I got a bit of a zap earlier. It was painful. So fingers crossed we won't get any more of that later on. So straight of all, what I need to do is this, and that is a big shout out, as always, every week to the channel supporting members for joining the channel as a member. Thank you very much dearly to every single one of you for taking the opportunity to support the channel in what you do as a member. If you want to become a member, it's quite you don't have to, but if you would like to become a member, support this channel in any way from as little as 99 pence a month, or there's 5 levels. You have a look, go check out. There is an option to click a join button at the on the channel, and you could be in with an option of being a channel member, helping support it to be doing what it does. And there are some big changes coming to the memberships very soon, for some big interesting things that I've got lined up for you channel members, because I really need to show my support back to you for showing your support to me joining as being a channel member. So those that are all channel members, I did put a poll out for those channel members yesterday on a bit of a shake-up that's going to be taking place, and improvements for the channel memberships. So there's some, like I say, there's some really big things coming for those that are just those that are channel members. Obviously, if you are a subscriber, there's big things coming for you as well also. But for those that are channel members, even bigger things are in the pipeline. So thank you very much for all of those that are channel members. So yeah, if you want to become a channel member, link is in the description below. Feel free to pop on and have a look at the levels of channel membership that are available. So again, big thank you to those that are already channel members. The links to their channels that do support this one are in the description below. Go check them out, and if you like what you see, please do go and subscribe. Check out their videos and make sure you comment on their videos that you heard about them here first on Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday. Right, so let me bring that off. So some change, little improvements I've made with the stream, hopefully, and I'm going to be trialing them tonight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they will work. But there's one thing I really do need to mention is these guys. These guys. If you haven't seen on their social media, direct rail service, I've gone and well, they've kind of been sold, but now they've merged with another company, but that other company's kind of become its parent company, and they're changing. They've changed their logo. It's no longer the compass. I've seen the logo. I've commented about it. I've even said on the Direct Rail Services social media, bin it. It looks awful. And I've started hashtag bring back the compass. So if you like Direct Rail Services and you like their logos and livery as it currently is, please use the hashtag bring back the compass. That is something that has actually quite well taken off. So DRS, if you do ever get the opportunity, which I doubt very much you will, if you get to see this, please hashtag bring back the compass. We don't like the new thing. It's not the same thing. It's not DRS. Sorry. Anyway, that's about that. Let's have a look at who's in the chat tonight. So good evening to one and all. David Cook, Clive Cabold, Flymo Chairman, great to see you here. Thank you very much for my moderator. Amtrak Junction Ray is in. He's just posted an update video actually, and I've just been watching it. Very good stuff. Kelly Blandon, good evening to you. Thanks for dropping by. Brian of the Angel Share is in. Owen is in. Good evening to you. Dave Smith is in. Dinmore Junction, Mark West Junction TMD. Simon's Trains and Model Railway Showcase. Great to see you here, Simon. Hashtag blame Simon if it all goes wrong. Yeah, fingers crossed. Also, again, we don't get any internet issues this week. There is a thunderstorm approaching. I can tell you that, though. It's coming up from the south. We've had a bit of a rumble already from some storms that passed through via Stoke-on-Trent. But there is something coming up from the Market Drayton and Telford area approaching us as we speak. Also, good evening to Crossways Point Junction, Bernie, Dinmore Junction. Who else? We've got Mark at Main Train Eastport. Good evening to you. Hope you are well, my friend. Who else? We got Andy Hudson. Good evening, Andy. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, you're all chatting, saying hello. New Durham Junction is in. Craig, thanks for dropping by. Nissy J, hello. Welcome to tonight's stream. If you do like the stream, please do give it a thumbs up. Remember, and also if you're not already a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button. It is free to do that. And also remember, click the bell so you receive notifications of future uploads from the channel. CSX Rensville's in. Good evening to you. Thanks for dropping in. Who else we got? Oh, I'm struggling to catch up with you guys. You're chatting away so much. Timber Surf is in. Hi, Tim. I hope you're well. Gordon Melroy. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This is when the Barnabas Junction switches to DB Schenker because he doesn't like the DRS. Never, Simon. Never. Northern Rails is in. Good evening, Northern. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope things are good for you. Matthew Hobbs, Railways. Good evening to you. Thanks for dropping in. Finnerton Central. Trying to keep up with you guys. Wow, you're chatting nicely and talking amongst yourselves. Please do remember, check each other's channels out when you get the opportunity. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Right, so we've got I've caught up with everybody. It's in 38 of you in the chat right now. Thank you very much for joining. Remember, subscribe. Right, so I'm going to start off with obviously the usual features that we do here on the channel. We do the shout outs, and I've already lined up my first shout out, and I've already, they don't know I'm going to shout them out, but I've asked them to line up the second shout out. Now they'll know who it is. John Wellborn, bring back the compass. Exactly. Hashtag bring back the compass. Let them know we don't like their new logo. We like the compass. So yes, Amtrak Junction, Ray is the first shout out, and for this I'm going to trial something new. Have a look at this. So there you go. Just a little bit of a bumper I did for announcing when it's shout out time. So you all know it is now time for a shout out. So yes, Amtrak Junction, Ray, you are first shout out this evening here on the YouTube Tuesday show with Barnabas Junction in association with MRYCG. So yes, if my moderators would very kindly like to get a link into the chat so people can go and check out Ray. He is an American modeler, but he is based here in the UK in the Midlands. And he's just posted literally an update video of progress on his layout. He's got some track down now, and he's done, from what I've seen, he's done a little bit of scenics as well, which is great stuff. Great to see some scenics on a layout. I do like scenics. You may well know that already. Wonderful shout outs to Simon's Trains, fantastic. Yeah, so if you do like your American stuff and you do like to have some live chats, because he does do some live streams as well, especially on a Saturday. Go check out Amtrak Junction. Thank you very much, Flymo. He's on the ball there. He's posting the link. Go check him out. If you like American trains, if you like HO, and you like, he's very, very American orientated with his railways. Go check him out. Please do subscribe and remember to click the bell. One thing you must do, though, is when you do subscribe to a channel, you make sure you interact with that channel. At least, I would say, once every couple of weeks. Otherwise, YouTube will give you the old heave-ho and boot you off as a subscription. That's just one of their things, and it's quite a horrid thing. Rightio, so there's first shout-out. Ray, I've messaged you, and you can message me back privately, please, with who you would like to be shout-out number 2 a little later on in the show. Right, something else, obviously, I want to just briefly brush on is the new setting that YouTube have released in the last week or so, and that's short permission, where people can use your content. Now, when I say content, it's a bit hiddly-piddly on what they were really meaning when they say content, because it does say there's the checkbox in the studio for every single video, and it does say on there, if this checkbox is ticked, it allows others to use your content. Now, I've done a lot of research, and I'm thinking about do a little tiny bit of a video on it very soon, or maybe a live stream on it in more in depth. But what it is really looking at being is not video yet. It is looking more like the audio. Now, when I say audio, they're trying to say that it's more just the music sampling. Now, that does cause an issue because a lot of people use audio samples that are copyrighted, and they have paid for that copyright to be used on YouTube, so they don't get copyright strikes, obviously. Now, if you've got that checkbox ticked, people can overrule that copyright by taking a sample of that paid audio that you've paid for onto their shorts, which theoretically is a naughty thing, because a copyright is a copyright. It's your copyright infringement that you're entitled to, and YouTube are actually taking it away from you by allowing that option. If you haven't yet checked it out, go to your studio. For those that are creators, go to your studio, go to any video, scroll down, you'll see more options, click on that, and then scroll down a bit more, and there will be a checkbox. check out across YouTube. There are loads of creators really in a rant over this. And there will be a checkbox that's already ticked. They have opted your videos already in to this option. You have to currently go into your videos and untick that option on every single upload you've done ever, to stop people having the permission to use your content. Now, I did find out yesterday there is an update to this update coming soon, but YouTube haven't given any time frame on it. They've said they're going to update it so you can mass remove that option. Personally, I don't see why YouTube have got a right to automatically opt us in. It should have been the other way around. It should have been us, the creators that own our content, being given the option to opt in. So it should have been an automatic opt out. It should not have been an opt in. So if you don't believe me, check out YouTube. There are loads of people having a rant on it already, but I'm just wanted to briefly brush on that. But yeah, check it out. It's a naughty thing by YouTube, and I think YouTube could be coming under a bit of a backlash from copyright law around the world, and they could be getting a bit of a slap for it, because YouTube do make mistakes, and they know they make mistakes. And at the end of the day, who ends up getting wrapped for it? Us, the creators. They just pass the buck, and it's those creators that end up getting the slap instead of them. They just pass the buck onto the creators, just like they did with the copper rule. But no, I'm not going into that right now. So yeah, don't trust me, believe me, please go check it out. There's loads of information on the YouTube already about it. Go check out your own content. You will find it. If you've got hundreds and hundreds of videos, it's going to take you hours to uncheck it. So maybe you want to wait until the mass uncheck is available. I've gone through mine. It took me about 2 or 3 hours to go through my nearly 500 uploads, and it was a bit of a pain. But I did find a bit of a quicker way to do it, and I could do it 30 at a time, thankfully. But anyway, that's that. It's naughty on YouTube. I'll look into it a bit more and give you a future update in the future, obviously. Right, so right, what should we do? I think we're going to go on with the third week of the new feature. The new feature is so yes, there you go. Another little new bumper I thought I'd throw in there. I hope you like that. So the new feature obviously is Modeler's Moment. That is now, I'm sticking with that name because I think it really does focus on what it's all about. And if you want to feature on Modeler's Moment on this show, then please get in touch with me with some photographs, maybe some short videos of 30 seconds to a minute long, something like that. You can get in touch with me at barnabasjunction@gmail.com. Forward some pictures with a bit of a brief description about what your layout is about. I'd like to try and focus on channels, well, not just channels, but layouts that are also not even on YouTube. People that have got layouts, they don't really feature on YouTube, they don't really feature on any social media. If you want to get your layout focused on this show, please get in touch with me, barnabasjunction@gmail.com, with a few videos and maybe a couple of short, a few photographs, and maybe the odd short video clip of maybe a look around your layout or anything particularly special you like. So this week is one of the guys that I know very well. He does have a channel, and he is here right now in the chat, and he sent me a number of photographs over, and he's also sent me a small description about the layout. So I'll just add it to the stream. There we go. So let me just make sure that's full screen. So there's a little bit of a slideshow of photographs from New Durham Junction Model Railway. This is obviously of Craig Mason. He is here in the chat, New Durham is. And I'm just going to have a read of the small description he did send to me in relation to the layout. Now, he does have quite a large layout. Just trying to find his message. There it is. So, New Durham Junction with it features, as you can see there in the photographs, real blue slate retaining wall. He does that is very very good, actually. I do like that. The feature is very good. It's slate. He's got out of his garden and he's made retaining walls quite normally around the layout. He does feature a lot of vehicles on the layout and lots of excellent lighting. As you can see there, a lot of those photographs are under night scene. Now, he does have a bus depot, and this bus depot is called Northern Bus Depot, and it's in memory of his late father, Graham Mason. And he's done this. He's got loads of buses. He does repaint numerous of his own buses also. So yeah, excellent layout to go check it out. Yes, please go check out New Dorman Junction on YouTube. He is also on Facebook as well. And yeah, he features quite a number of locomotives that you can see here in this slideshow, including locos 37506, 37514, 47635, and 60021. Also an MPV unit and his Colas 08 shunter. So yeah, definitely an excellent layout, and that is this week's Modeller's Moment. Okay, so let me bring that off and let's remove that. So back to me. Okay, so that is Modeller's Moments done for this week. If you would like to feature a Modeller's Moment, then please get in touch with me, barnabasjunction@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Okay, so let's get on with the main event. Also, I've got a wagon to tell you all a bit about, and you'll see more about that also in future. Okay, so I was very kindly sent over this. I'll just bring the camera down. This is WWScenics Pro Grass Box. These are available on their website, and these are amazing boxes. Now, I did state at the beginning of the show, I did get a zap. That is because I just put a brand new battery in it. One thing, and this is maybe something that Martin may want to highlight, and I'm not sure whether people are aware. I had a battery already in this from when I first trialed it out with a tree, and I left the battery in. Now, it wasn't left switched on, it was left switched off. But when I came to use it today, that battery was dead. The battery still drained. So I recommend when you have finished using these, if you get your hands on one, I recommend you remove the battery. Because 9 volts, especially if you're using a really high quality, branded like a Duracell, something like that, they are not cheap. And it is a Duracell in here. So I've put in a brand new battery into this today, and it was still switched on, and I had my hand on the box when I switched it on, and my hand was near the clip, and I got one hell of a belt from it. This, I'll give you an idea. Don't try this at home, but if you ever, as a child, try and put a battery across your tongue, you get a hell of a belt. It's the same thing. This will zap you. So please be very careful. And I say, remove the battery from its storage compartment at the back. It just literally slides out when you have finished using it to save the power of that battery. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be using this. When you do receive it, it does come with a plastic coat on it, cover on the top. Make sure you remove that so you can get full use of it. Right, so what I did last week, and I've forgotten to get the photograph, is I followed the advice from Martin to restore my seafoam that I've had for over 2 years. This was seafoam that I got from Gauge Master, and as you can see, it's very brown, but that has its benefits. Now, because it's brown, it's obviously dried out considerably. So what I did is I soaked this in warm water for about 15 minutes, And I can tell you what, it's brought it back. It's not brought the colour back, obviously, because it was greenish when I got it, but it has made it. It basically expanded. This came in a small bundle like that. This now fills this bag. There is a massive amount of it. You can't really see properly on the camera, it doesn't give it effect, but there is loads here. And to be honest, for the money I paid for this, I can't really see me running out of it anytime soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a reasonable piece, and I'm going to show you how about doing some of these trees. Now you can do trees, you can do bushes, obviously you can do anything. That's not a bad piece. Now let me try a nice tall one actually. What we got? That's a good one. Yeah, that one will do just nicely. So this seafoam is not expensive compared to really what you do receive. Just get the little tiny. You can trim it off to your heart's desire, to any design style. I'll take that one off actually, and do not chuck away your little bits, because you can make little line side bushes with those. So I'm just manipulating it to get it into a position. You do get some strands in the middle which are not very tree-like, like so. You can't really see that, but get rid of those little strands. They're the little seed buds, I think, where they pop out from as the leaves grow. It's just breaking off a few bits there. That's not too bad. Let's get rid of that bit. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. And there's a bit there that's a bit over. So you basically, to get this off, you just literally just grab it and twist it and it'll snap off. Now, my seafoam is flat edged because it's been squashed. It's got a bit of a flat edge. So as you can see, if I put it there, it's very round. If I put it to the side, it's got a bit of a flat back on it. That's not a problem for me because I've got areas that I can either put that to the rear so it's not visible, or I can place it up against a building that gives the effect of it being squished up. So this is what I'm planning to do. This I want to I'll just spin you around. Obviously I've got, sorry about this, I've got that beam there. Won't be this side, well it'll be both sides, but I want on the back of there to try and mask the beam a little bit more than what it already is. To what I do is I want to put a line of trees just on it along the embankment there. So this will suit me really well. Now just tilt the camera down so you can see the box again. There we go. Right, so let's clear off. Right, there are numerous ways that you could do the gluing on this. The best thing I have found, and I can't remember where I've put it, it's around there, it is using the WWS layering spray. This is quick and easy. Make sure you use it in a ventilated room. I do have the loft window open, so we're all hunky-dory here. Using this is so quick and easy, but bear in mind, be careful where you're spraying it because this stuff can get very tacky. So for me, this is so good because you need to layer on the static grasses to apply onto the seafoam to create the tree effect. Now, I'm going to trial something I've not yet done today. Is this tree, the first one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it its normal tree coating, but then I'm going to do and apply some colouring to it, like flowers, that sort of thing, blossom, that kind of thing. Now, I've not done that yet, so this is going to be a first trial on here. Main tray, cut the beam out. If I did that, I'd probably end up with a roof on my head. So unfortunately, I cannot. I would have loved to have cut them out, but yeah, I'm trying to mask them as best as possible. Okay, so to start with, what we need then obviously is to give this a first coating of the layering spray. So give that a shake with our rattle can. This layering spray is a bit expensive, but I've had this isn't even half empty yet. I've done so much work with this spray, so it's worth the money. And it's not hairspray, it is a spray adhesive glue. It's not carpet spray adhesive. that is really thick and very, very tacky. This is a bit of a lighter version of that, and I do recommend it. All links to any products that I've used during these streams can be also found in the description below, including links to WWS. Okay, I think that'll do. So just going to spray behind me, and I don't want to get the stalk, I just want to get the bushy area. So I'm going to start from the rear. And what you need to do is don't spray like so. Spray from different angles around the sea foam so you can get into the corners. And you don't need much, just a quick dabble like so. That's enough. That is literally enough. When you start to see like globules of the glue starting to glisten on it, that is when there's enough on it. Okay, so just place that down. And what I've found, best way of this is to apply a dark grassing, static grasses to it to create the tree, and then add a lighter colouring afterwards. We will be doing shout out number 2 very soon, so hopefully Ray has let me know who is chosen for the shout out. Now, bearing in mind, if you do have one of these static boxes, these static grasses will literally fly everywhere when you have a good battery installed. So I'm just going to, before I power it up and see if I can zap myself, I'm going to break up the balls. You can get a deballer from WWS. I've not got one myself yet. I think they're about £8. But I definitely think I need to get my hands on one because a lot of my grasses have balled up. Not all of them. Depends, I think, on the thickness of the grasses, to be honest. So literally just getting them and rubbing them together like so does break them up. And you don't need to break them all up, but it is nice. You get a nicer effect just literally breaking them up. So you get a nice scatter of the grasses when applying to the sea foam. So we've got a nice wide open coverage on there. Okay, so trick with this is you don't need this near. You just, you know, in an area, preferably above, to create the static on it. So I'm going to apply the clip literally to the base of the tree, and this is where I try not to get zapped, and watch what happens to the grasses if it does. Straight away, the grasses around the edge have just flied up, and my screen has just got a bit of covering. So we now just gently lower this down and rotate. I can see the grasses flying off, attaching to the tree. They're going everywhere. Try not to get them too close. And you can see the amount of grasses that are disappearing. A lot of it is flying everywhere, but I'll scoot that back up again. Might not look like much is going on it, but it is, trust me. So what I'm going to do now is, before I apply any more grasses, just give it another coat. Oh, I forgot to do the top. I'm just going to turn that off for a second. Gather the grasses that flew off, because I say it does go everywhere, but waste not, want not. Place them back onto the box. I am going to see if it was an idea actually from the wife, which I thought was quite a good idea actually. I am going to try and devise a little container to fit around the box to capture the grasses that fly around. And what I'm going to do also, I'm going to put a few more on there. There we go. Spread them around. Okay. Well, just quickly, another quick dazzle, and on we go again. And you should be able to see on the camera the grass is vanishing off the plate. Plate is almost clear now. That's good. Everywhere. And if I show you that without getting me that, you can see it's not thick now, brown. You can see the greening on the tree. It's very much one-sided at the moment. Still got plenty to go on around it. So I'm just going to turn it off again. Place it to one side. Just earth it. There we go. I'm just going to gather up. As you can see there the amount that has been sprayed off. And I say it does go everywhere. So a nice container of around the box, quite high up, so you can place it down, put your hand inside and rotate it around. Would be probably quite ideal. And so we'll see. May get my hands on a bit of a plastic bowl and adapt it, I think, or maybe just a box of some sort. That's a cardboard box. We'll have to see. So I've got lots of this grass, so don't worry. This bag is just because this bag's empty. It doesn't mean we're going to run out. It just means I've used that bag up. Just break up those balls. I'll do. And anything that you don't use and you don't want to put it back into a bag, don't worry. Just put it back into a tub. So I'll just give it another quick spray on the back end. Yeah, there we go. Underneath. And here we go. Just literally just rotate it around. I'm not too worried about the back of it because that's going to be up against the beam. Whoop. Picking up some of the balls. And we don't want to put it on too thick. There's an area there I need to put some on. There we go. I think we're pretty much covered there now. Do the top. Whoop, quite a lot coming up there. That's good. Nice top. You can see the balls that are, it's the balls that are getting left. That's why you have to break them up. A little bit on that side, a little bit on that side. I think, let me turn it off. And what I'll do is I'm just going to knock all that lot off. Let's take the clip off. So that is a first layer. What you can do now is after that, if you've got any bits that are sticking out, like there is a bit just there that's sticking out, you can get some snips and just cut that off. Not an issue. Just knock it off that. Sorry about the bang. And as I said, gather up your sprayed grasses, gather them up. And like I said, what I do is I have a pot here. I've got a pot of all my grasses that have been left over. I'm just going to literally brush them into there. Save up the grass. Hashtag save the grasses. Waste not, want not. Right, so now what I want to do is add a lighter layer. So we bring back the box. Place that there out of the way. And now what I'm going to do is just put that down. Is we'll put some lighter grass on it now. Don't need as much probably of this because it's just going to be a very thin skittering, as I call it. Spread it out so we get a nice even lift. Okay, give that another coat. Apply the clip. That's a refresh. I was buffering then slightly, and just put myself on quality imagery. Right, so let's go with the next color. That's really this is a very much finer grasses, and that is really going on nicely. Very nicely, that one. That's actually really nice, and I'll show you a bit about that's left over in a moment. Let's just use up that. There we go. That is actually very good. Let's turn that off. So that's turned off, isn't it? Yeah. Again, knock that clear. Get any grasses that have been sprayed to save. And also give that a tap as well to make sure there's any loose bits that might just want to fall off. Place that down. I'll leave it on the clip and scoot that up. So let's take that off the clips. There we go. Now, as I mentioned, there are bits on it that stick out that have got nothing on. It's not a problem. You can trim them off if you wish later, but you get, it's good to put the darker on first, because obviously deeper down the tree grasses and that the leaves or whatever, they would be darker, deeper down the tree, and then you get the lighter foliage more on the outside of the tree. So that's actually come out quite well. I'm quite pleased with that. But what we're going to do is, as I did say, we're going to do something I've not yet trialed. I've not yet tested on this, and that's we're going to add a little bit of colour, like a blossom, to this. And I'll just grab my tub of tricks. Here's all my grasses that I've got, and static grasses and phlox and stuff I've got from WWS in this tub. If you want to know what this tub is, it's actually a sweet tub. I got it from a local sweet store. They were giving them away for free, and I thought, yeah, super, that'll do me just nicely. So what I've got is a number of coloured phlox in here. There we go. So, and I've also got black, and I've got another bag of red, which is for a future project. Let's place them back in there. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is, if any of you have got an idea of a colour out of those four you would like to see added to that tree, please let me know in the chat. I'll try and catch up with the chat because I've missed so much of it. Everyone's chatting away. What size static grass is that it's using? This is 2 mil. Yes, 2 mil, 2 mils. The smaller the static grass is, the better it is for a tree. If you're doing something like a conifer, you could use a thicker grass, but you'll need to obviously get a bit more of a conifer shape on the tree. And also, I'd highly recommend a very dark green for a conifer. But these were, I think the darker one was a 2 mil. I think this might actually be a 1 mil. Nope, that's 2 mil as well. I'm just about make out. So yeah, 2 mil, but you can get a 1 mil also. I will catch up with your comments as soon as I possibly can. It's great to see so many of you, and a lot of new faces, not new names here in the chat. And remember, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. I've gained 5 new subs on the stream. Thank you for these new subs and everyone's support on my channel. Very good, Amtrak. Darren R says he does not have Facebook. Not a problem. People chatting away. What I do is, after my stream, I always like to go back and look at the chat and try my best to comment to anybody that I've missed. So don't worry. Right, let's have a look at your colours that people are suggesting. What colours are people suggesting? Orange. I haven't got any orange. I've got yellow, purple, pink, and red. Who can I be? Purple trees. Need some purple. I filled all the branches of the tree. Trim the bush. Now down. I try to avoid his humor, but it's breaking. What's that? Yeah, okay. What was that then? I just saw it. It's probably a cheap copy. Best to buy the proper stuff. Yeah, I do recommend. I've had some of the cheap static grasses and they've been absolutely terrible. It's always better to go with the quality products. Purple is Heather. Indeed it is. I'll go for the pink one for the tree. Pink the tree. Hashtag pink the tree. Jason, can you mention the visit to Tamfield Lee Railway? I did vid on my stream. You did actually, yeah. Tamfield Lee Railway, fantastic place. If you haven't checked it out on New Durham Junction channel, go check out. He did a really good video. He went out to a Heritage Railway line. Fantastic it was, and some great pictures and some really old locomotives, rushed and stuff like that. Has to be a pink, says Jay's main train. I like lots of trees. Okay, red. I think, is that flock in the colours, Jason? Yes, it is flock. Everyone's going with the pink. So I don't know. I've never done this before, so I'm really like cautious. So yeah, Northern Rails, is that flock in the colours? It is Northern. I'm not sure how this will work, but all I can say is I probably don't need much of it. Literally just a dabble like that, maybe. We'll try with a small amount because it won't work on the box. We'll see. I'll give it a try and we'll see what happens. But as you say, it might not work. I don't think it's going to work, but if it doesn't, we'll try another option. So literally just a tiny amount. Let's see whether it does. Oh, something's happened. No, he's right. Northern's right. It doesn't work on the box. Oh, hang on. Oh, it tried to. It is. It is working. I can see it lifting. Yes, it's lifting. If I put it right up to it, it's lifting. Very tiny amounts. You can see it on the tree. There is tiny amounts lifting. It might be because it's a lot heavier than obviously static grasses, and the flock probably doesn't produce a static. So that's a fail in itself, but it did try to work. It did want to work. But what I'll do is take that off the box. Let me take the tree off the clip and adjust that off. Let me gather that up. I'll just give it another dousing. Literally, yeah, I've got a tub there. I can use that. Let's get that out of the way. I'll come back to that. So I'm going to put a little bit. I'm going to pour. Yeah, I'm going to best do this. I'm going to put a bit in there. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's not bad. I think it'd be better if it was sprinkled. So let me get another tub. Bear with me. I've got plenty of these tubs. Kind of worked. There's a little bit on there. I think it was a bit too thick. Just by dipping it, it's a bit too thick. So, oh, that's working. Just a very gentle sprinkle onto the tree. It's probably not how you do it. I'm sure Martin and Northern will probably be able to show me how properly to do it. This is totally amateurish. I really don't know what I'm doing, but it seems to be working. I think I've run out of pink. That's worked. I'm gonna put a bit more in there. So let's coat it all around. Put it on a little bit thicker because it can shake it off. Blossom is very thick on a tree. A bit at the back. Would you believe it ran out already? Let's put some more in. Most of it is going in the tub. Some of it is not. Try not to waste as much as possible. So I'm going to place that in there and just give it a shake. See how much falls off. Ooh. Interesting. Put that back into there, into the shaker offer. It's working, but it's taking time. Obviously, you've got to apply the glue before you got to get it on before the glue's dry. If you know what I mean. Oh, that's looking. Now we've got a good coating. Nice blossoming tree. Do the back, might as well, so it gets inside. Put it in there, give it a shake. And there we go. One blossom tree. I'm sure there's probably better ways of doing it. I've just seen an area that needs a bit more on it. Obviously, what's on there needs sealing in. So I'm just going to put a bit more on there. I see areas a bit too much green coming through. I think I don't want to put it on too thick because it'll look like ice cream then. Put it in there, give it a shake. Trim that off. Shake off the excess. I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah, quite impressed actually. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, in my opinion. Right, let's put that to one side. Scoop this up. Don't waste anything. Okay, so there we have. Some would probably say a cherry blossom tree. So thank you for choosing pink. You can add some more fine flock afterwards. Indeed, I can. But I think that has come out rather well. Quite a large tree. I won't, obviously, when the tree goes onto the layout, there won't be this big long stalk. That'll be sunk down into the scenics to hold it up. But I'm quite impressed. Let's tilt the camera up again. So there you go. You get a bit of a better view. I'm just looking over there on the main screen. So a cherry blossom tree. And what I'll do is I'll take some photographs and post them and take it further away. Take some photographs of that for you. So if you like that, thank you very much. Right, so I need to check my message because Ray, is he in the chat? You've asked to do a shout out. It has to be somebody is in the chat. Ray, if you want to redo that, it has to be somebody that's in the chat. Well, what I will do is candy floss, yeah. While you do that, yeah, do you know what? I'm really that's actually impressed with me. That is, just let me get a drink. I need a drink to celebrate. We're on the Coors Light tonight. So no, not on the Coors hard stuff. So what I'll do is I'm just going to change the camera. If I can get the right one. Hopefully the cameras will work. Crossway says, can you come and do mine? Right, so this is obviously the scenic area that we've been working on over the past few weeks. Just wiping that off. And over the far, I need a pointy stick. Need a pointy stick so I don't have to get up. Oh, No, I'm going to have to get up. So, a couple of trees that I've already done, which you can see here and here at the end of the layout. I've also added some bushes in here using this sea foam. They're still not finished, and some under the underneath the bridge as well. Underneath here, I've used a bit sea foam. They're not stuck in place at the moment, but they will be done over time. And obviously down here, bushes. I did do some static grassing around here. These, I say, they're not stuck down, and that is using the box and its effect as well. Now, if I change to my other camera, you'll see right in front of you a lovely tree that I did last week before the live stream. Apologies about the shadow to the side. That's actually that wooden beam. But yeah, there was a lovely tree that was created, and I'm just looking now. Oh, do you know what? That's going to look fantastic on the layout. That is. Just placed it against the beam. It takes away the darkness of the beam. So yeah, that is a tree. Do recommend these boxes, but as I say, don't leave your battery in them. My battery did die, unfortunately. Let me just scoop this stuff up. Let's place that in there. So let's. Ray, you've already chosen someone who's had modeller's moment. No worries. I'm going to choose. So good evening to everybody still joining us. Thanks for everyone. Sorry I'm late, says LNER 1946. No problem. Thanks for dropping by. Hey up, Scrapline. How are you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, there's a tree that's been done using the box. You can get lots of different effects. That was just a basic, using those same two grasses that used on this first tree, this tree that we've just done in the stream. That was created using that. Obviously, what I'll do is there'll be some foliage going around the base of the tree beforehand, and weeds and stuff as well, to just to hide the base where it goes in, as you would normally get. Tree looks great, and let's have a look at Tony. I'm using East Coast HSC set to test the helixes at Bill, says the growler. People, Captain Mannering with his pointy stick. Yes, where's my pointy stick? I use normal applicator on my tree. Static grass works well using 1 and 2 mil, says Mark of Main Train. Let's bring you back to the main camera. So yeah, I'm rather pleased with the blossom tree that's been created. I don't think I've overdone it. I think it's, you can, I'll just show you. You can, if you think you put it too much on, although it's glued on, if it's not properly tacked down, you could brush bits off in places just to relieve it, as there's bits all coming off. But I think that's quite all right. I'm quite pleased with that. So cherry blossom tree. So shout out number 2 for tonight. L is drum roll. We need this. Ray has chosen shout out number 2 to be tonight, LNER 1946. You have been chosen by Amtrak Junction Ray as today's second shout out for tonight's stream. So congratulations to you for being chosen. Just having a look. Just going back. I'm in the wrong window on my phone. There we go. So what I want to do now is, and this is quite good timing actually, so I'm going to place that over there. Don't want to damage that. I'm really pleased with that. What I want to do, where's the pot? There it is. Let's move that out of the way. Is have a look at doing a bush, just a very small bush. And this is something that I know Tim is actually here right now. LNER. Yes, there you go. There's the link for LNER 1946. Thank you to Andy for posting the link. Thank you very much. So, static grass everywhere. Where's that tub gone? There it is. Okay, there's my tubs. Put them to one side. So, what we're going to do is quickly, following on, this is obviously using seafoam. Your little bits of offcuts, and they'll probably always end up down at the bottom. Yeah, there's some offcuts there. So your little bits, like, so if I pull that off, there's a little tiny bit. There's literally the full. In fact, there's a really good bit. There's a good bushy bit. In fact, it's two pieces together. So that would be good as a bush on the layout. So and also there's another little tiny bit there. That would be good also. So never get rid of any of your offcut bits of seafoam when you're coming to use it, because it has great meaning to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try being the biggest word, is I'm going to spray that. Just give me a moment. Don't want to spray it over my phone. Just give it a little bit of spray, and with it being a bush, we don't want anything dark on it as such. So I'm just going to put a small amount, and I'll tilt the camera back down so you can see this in action. So tilt the camera back down. So just a small amount. Let's get rid of that bobble. There we go. It's loosened it up. Spread it about. Just a small amount on for the bush. Literally just a small amount. Do it in stages. Put a bit more on. It's flying off because it's switched on. Don't put any more on while it's switched on, because it just flies everywhere. There we go. Need a bit more glue on that. Don't worry, we will scoop up. Let's remember to turn it off first. Oh, it is off. And straight away on. There it goes. That'll do. That's plenty. That's off. Yeah. So we've now got a bush. So that's what you can use your offcuts for. But what I'm going to do is let's get rid of that. So now I don't need the box. Let's take the box away. And Tim will like this. We're going to use some purple. So I'm going to put the purple in the tub. Oop. And holding on to it, literally, in fact, what I need to do first, just give it another, just on the top. Yeah, there we go. Holding on to the base. Get the purple. And just literally sprinkle it on. Tap off any excess. Tim will be proud of me here now. A bit more. Bear in mind, you can just literally tap it off. Anything that doesn't stick, it will freely fall off. And it's just the top, barely. We don't want to be going underneath. Shake off any excess. And there we go. Buddleia. Simple as that. Producing Buddleia. Now, Tim, that's the first time I've done that. And that's you coming on the stream reminded me to do it. So I'm just going to add a bit more on that, actually. There we go. The Buddleia is quite a thick flower. and does get everywhere. Anything excess, shake it off. There we have Buddleia. Doesn't that look lovely? And that's what you do with your offcuts. So that'll look lovely on the layout. I'll place that down just there, right there. That's actually a really nice location. Let's just change the camera and you'll be able to see that on the stream. So hopefully I've got the right, no, wrong camera. Let me just change it to the other one. There we go. Just let it focus when it decides to. Is it going to focus? Oh, doesn't really want to, does it? There we go. It's trying to. It's these bad cameras. They don't like focusing. These cameras don't. But yeah, that's how to produce Buddleia. Thank you very much, Main Train. Yes, thumbs up from Scrapline. He approves. Spring has sprung, says Crossways. Indeed it has. So there you go. That is seafoam trees, which we're going to see a lot of coming up on this layout now. I'm at the point where this area is going to get a lot of trees and bushes, colouring, stuff like that. I'd really need to increase the amount of colour. Do you know what I'm going to do? Because that camera is not fantastic. I'm going to switch you to this camera. Get the cable out of the way. Let's see if I can get you in there. Oh, there we go. Is it going to focus? Yes, there you go. And obviously Buddleia is not actually that big on the layout. It needs to be made a bit smaller. But yeah, nice bit of colour for the layout. Fantastic stuff. So going to the rear, there will be lots of that going on towards the back where you see that tree. So yeah, lots more developments coming on for the future on the layout with the Scenics. Bring you back to the main camera now. So that is seafoam trees. That is obviously seafoam using bushes as well. Products used here are the Static Grass Box by WWS. The Pro Grass Box really makes the job so great. You can use a static grass applicator for the same job, but this just makes it so much easier. Do recommend it. And obviously the layering spray as well, highly needed. All the flocks and the grasses are also from WWS. Do recommend the products. And don't forget, tomorrow from 10 AM on the WWS YouTube channel, you will find Martin doing his weekly Modelling with Martin live stream. Just gathering up some of these grasses. Don't want to lose any. Don't want to waste anything. So I'll pick the pile there. So, right. So that's that. The one thing I did say, got a new wagon that arrived. And this was unexpected by me. I didn't know I was going to be getting this. It came in this little box, you know. And I know many of you have already had one of these, and I've had this since the day it was released, and I forgot about it showing you guys. And if I can get it out of the box, there it is. And it is the Only Fools and Horses Trotter van. Trotters Independent Traders Railway Van. Thanks to Monkey Harris and his storage shed down at Clapham Junction, Trotters Independent Traders have now entered the age of the train with their very own rolling stock in the vibrant British Rail yellow. And if I remember rightly from the show, it's a luminous yellow. So yeah, there we go. That's that. So I'll do a bit of a video. It's going to pretty much stay in its box because this is a bit of a collector's item. I don't really want to damage it in any way, and the wife is a big Only Fools and Horses collector, so this will go on display with her collection probably. So one final shout out. One final shout out for tonight, and I'm going to have a look in the chat right now. I'm going to just choose someone from chat who's in here. Obviously, if you want to be one of the shout outs, you need to be in the live stream. And I would like to make the final shout out tonight to be... Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Ooh. Oh yes, Northern Rails actually, and that's quite right. Northern Rails 44 Model of the Month that WWS have just launched, where you can win a prize as well. Go check out the Facebook page, Facebook group. Right, so it's going to be, it's difficult. Do you know what? It's really difficult to choose from all you great guys that come and join me on this stream each week. Oh, right. If you've got the WWScenics fine yellow turf, you can make some great elderflower trees. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Scrapline. I'll look into that. Who's it going to be? Everyone's gone quiet because they're waiting. Who's it going to be? Heritage Line. So Heritage Line, you are the third and final channel shout out for tonight. Congratulations, I've chosen you as the third shout out. Thank you for being on the stream. Thank you for being in the chat. Elderflowers are not white. No, the yellow, we said. Where did you get the t-shirt from, Jason? The wife got it off Amazon. The wife got it as a present for me off Amazon. I've got a number of these silly ones. So, yes, thank you very much. Remember, when you do subscribe to a channel, you must interact with that channel to keep your subscription. When you do subscribe, also click the bell, select all for all future notifications. And if you aren't subscribed to Barnabas Junction's channel, please do so. It is free, but if you would like to show some support in any way, you can either do it by super chats or you can become a channel member. All details are in the description below. Appreciate you all that are channel members. Thank you very much indeed for being here tonight. I hope you've actually enjoyed that. And if you want to see any photographs, I will be taking some photographs of these trees and this bush that I've just created today. I'll be posting them on the social media very soon, so you get a bit of a more closer look of what's been developed. So I wasn't expecting to buy any wagons until I left Oswestry Toy and Model Fair, by which time I was plus 40. Oh dear. Yes, it does happen. Don't forget that MRYCG have got their members meet at the Worley Club on the 31st of July. If you want to be involved, you need to be a member of the MRYCG Facebook group. Details are, or links and details are in the description as well. Thank you very much for joining me again this week. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you in my company. This has been quite an interesting stream, and I will be doing a lot more of this type of trees and bushes in the future. So maybe next week, if I get the opportunity, you may come back and see a nice big plethora of colour across the scenic area, and then we can progress over the rock face with some more bushes and grasses there. I'm desperately wanting to dig my teeth into that rock face with some overgrowth. So thank you again. Yes, also of a Worley member. Andy says you can be a Worley member to get access to it as well. But yeah, be members of both. Be members of both. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in again. I will see you undoubtedly next Tuesday for joining me. I may be doing a stream on Sunday if I get the opportunity, and also I'm hoping to get out and about and do some on location, on the lines, live streams as well soon, weather permitting. So thank you very much indeed. Appreciate it. Take care, everyone. stay safe, stay well, take care of your loved ones, and soon we'll be out there together, hugging each other, shaking each other's hands. Until then, take care, stay safe, and best of all, keep on modelling. Bye from me, bye from JC at Barnabas Junction. Bye for now.